Well, then they say they found skeletons there that are just ginormous with like red hair.
Oh my god! What is that nutsack creature?
One more round.
Food dye.
Yay! Weren't we talking about that the other day? How red food dye was it? That was made from beetles?
It's like red something.
Karma something? Yeah, it's the red dye is from beetles.
Let me look it up. To Google again.
On M&Ms,
You
specifically from what I've
dope.
heard. So I'm sorry if I ruined M&Ms for some folks out there.
Stay here, Tien, in case he teleports over.
Oh, I was wondering what you were doing.
Yeah,
You're just playing defensive.
It is carminic acid. Carmine dye, also known as...
Yes.
Carmine Falcone.
Cochineal? Cochineal?
God
butchering that name.
Fucking...
Oh. Fuck!
So, okay, so the carminic acid is typically 17 to 24% of dried... it's made from dried insects.
Yeah.
It can be extracted from the body and eggs, then mixed with aluminum and calcium salts to make carmine dye.
Whoa.
Okay.
How do you think they figure that shit out? You know?
Science, bitch.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, but like how many times do you have to try, like, and then just the testing to make sure it's not gonna fucking kill someone?
It's
A lot of testing.
It's pretty interesting.
That's extensive, dude.
I guess
That's
it's like,
crazy.
Yeah, I guess it's like, how do you get the idea and then where do you start?
Right,
So-
where do you even start?
Today, carmine is primarily used as a colorant in food and in lipstick.
Whoa!
E120 or natural red 4.
But I've heard like dangerous things about red dye, right? Like, isn't it like a cancer
It's like something
pollutant
called
or
like
something?
something called like Red 43 or something that causes cancer.
Yeah, it's
There's
one of those.
they'll say anything's got cancer.
True.
Like, my brother, his ADHD is triggered by red food dye. So there's a lot of different variations of
Dude, that's so
cause
weird.
that. And it's really funny to see it when he was younger, he'd get into his system and be all over the fucking board.
How many maraschino cherries have you eaten today?
7.
Oh boy, there we go.
But back to like how people figure things out. I've been like looking into a bunch of like weird shit because I'm staying up till 5 in the morning because I have insomnia.
Right,
But you know how weird it is? A bunch of old civilizations have the idea of dragons. A bunch of civilizations that has no
That is
contact with each other.
so insane. I watched that. It's because, right?
Aliens.
Basically, all civilizations, all humans, have just fucking come to the amalgamation of the idea of a dragon.
Yeah, but like we have it in our genetic code where we're just afraid of a big flying fiery lizard.
Right.
And it's been like that for thousands and thousands of years. Another weird fact, since we're on the whole idea of weird facts, there's a lot of old maps that we've used to, kind of get some geographical ideas of like continents and shit like that. And a lot of them have Antarctica on there.
Wow.
Which is weird because a lot of places could not get to Antarctica. So like, how did they know about it? And there's a whole theory that there's another civilization out there that had, mapping technology or like the ways to get around that we just don't know about. And since they're an ancient civilization, we lost where they are and like.
Or
who
they
were.
could have just stolen it from whoever that civilization was.
Well, that's what happened. There's a lot of them use those. They use those maps to get around.
Yeah, but who made that map first? Like who
knows?
got there?
Right.
No one knows.
Who made it? Oh,
it's like the
is
whole
so weird.
like idea of Atlantis, where what Greek philosopher was it?
Aristotle.
Homer.
But well, Homer.
One of those guys.
Let me look
One of
it
those
up.
great bearded men. Who probably all just
but
ate
like it was
weird
the talk
shit
of
and
like
lost their minds.
like Atlantis.
Yeah.
And how like crazy of an idea it was, and we're all looking in the ocean for it. But there's places, and I think it was like northern Africa, where it matches up to one of these Greek philosophers. Was it Plato?
Oh, Plato's a guy.
Yeah.
It's also a clay.
Also
Yes, it
a
is.
closet. Huh? Shows you how much I know.
Plato created the legend of Atlantis, so why is it still popular more than 2,000 years later? If the writing of the ancient Greek philosopher Plato did not contain so much truth about the human condition, his name would have been forgotten centuries ago, according to the National Geographic. But they're finding areas in like northern Africa where it kind of matches where he said there's like outer rings of Atlantis. that you know,
say a man.
Thanks,
that he
man.
talked about like Atlantis having and shit like that.
It's
And
tight
there's
as
like a
hell.
lot of things where like it lines
Shit
up
like
with
that.
this area.
Ooh,
And
what here?
there's
Atlantis.
just a lot of cool shit, you know.
Oh,
I mean, the theories.
my
That's
brain
all-
is
that's all-
reeling.
but still really fucking cool.
Because he has a whole map of Atlantis and how he designed the city. Well, he described how the city looked. And there's a place in northern Africa where it has those circles as well. And
This
it's
all sounds like Skyrim lore to me. I don't
wanna get into
understand any of
Skyrim
it.
lore.
It's just Dylan holding like a Skyrim like guy, just
what-
reading from it instead of being on Google.
I had one.
What
I
is
had
this?
one. But when I get into Skyrim lore, I can get into Skyrim lore, baby.
No, it's fine.
Okay, all right.
Please.
But no, it's really interesting because of how he described it. You know, because there's like places that have the same geographical similarities.
Right.
But the whole dragon thing is weird because there's just no communication.
Like,
or
there's
all
like
these
actually, there's nothing connecting them. The thing that got me about the dragons was just the similarities. Like when the video mentioned what might be causing those ideas, and it's like the ideas of predators, like anything that can fly, that's where you get the wings. The lions is like the base structure, and then like the
and
claws.
fire burns.
Yeah, and fire burns. So it's like there you go. There's the idea right there.
Interesting.
Anything with
But
a long lizardy tail.
Yeah,
like the spider.
it's
then-
just it's just weird though that it's in like our brains that we just make that fear.
Aliens too.
Yeah, it's so.
Yeah.
Yeah, how far back? Like it's definitely primal.
Yeah,
Oh, it's totally primal. Totally. That's why, like, I see a gray alien and that just hits me somewhere, like, you know, because I see gray aliens on a daily basis.
Yeah.
But when I do, they scare the shit out of me. It's just, you're like, what the? It's just completely unrecognizable. So I want to watch alien movies and they're covered in like 40 million textures and like veins and shit. I'm like, yeah, you lost me.
You are Goku.
It's so unrecognizable that it's recognizable, if you know what I mean.
I get you. It's almost like if you look out your second story window and you just see Mr. Shin here standing there.
Yeah, see this.
I'd like
Who
to
the
know
fuck
just
are
how
you?
strong you
You
are.
don't seem to be a bad guy.
You creep me out. You're creeping me out, dude.
He does what The Rock did in the Black Adam movie and just starts floating in and destroys the wall, like as he just floats forward.
I'd go, deliver us from evil.
Yeah, Mr. Shin flies in and he goes, finish it!
Deliver us.
From evil! And then,
One of my favorite scenes.
and then it's me rushing to the hospital. I'm like, Aunt Sam?
Jody. Oh,
And then I go to answer the payphone and it's Mr. Shin.
Yeah.
Where are you?
since I'm still on the dragon topic, since I'm obsessed with it. The earliest presentation of dragons in Chinese culture is from 62,000 to 54,000 BC.
Fuck.
Yeah,
So long ago.
but let's see here.
And
High Middle
only
Ages
22.
is another one where the High Middle Ages. How long ago is that? AD. Okay, so that the Chinese the depiction of it is later than that.
Cinch this fucking mohawk off this bastard's head, Goku.
That's it. Tommy, honey.
I'm taking shit from somebody who looks like Jeff Dunham's peanut. Felty bitch. Oh.
Another interesting theory, I'm going on a tangent here,
No,
is
okay, what tangent?
the Egyptians with the what's the fucking thing? The Sphinx.
Yeah.
A lot of people believe that this is just a theory. It's not a big theory, but a theory nonetheless. That the Egyptians didn't make the Sphinx. Is that they found it and they carved the human head into it. Because people were talking about how the head to body ratio was just really weird and how it was made. Because we don't realize how old Egypt is. It goes years and years back.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
it's beyond
The
us.
Egyptians were around when the mammoths were still
But
possible.
we also have carbon dating for stuff like that.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
also
true.
maybe like the proportions are off just because of the tools they had at the time. You know, it's very
Yeah.
primitive,
True,
so they just
true.
might
Like,
have
it's a
just been
theory.
off.
But it's an interesting theory because if the Egyptians just fucking found it, who made it? You know?
A few years.
The super Egyptians,
Super Egyptians.
Not
the
even
Nephilim.
The Nephilim could have picked it up. Yeah.
because he was so.
I mean, there's
he temporarily.
The people.
Native Americans.
I've been listening to
Native
what
Americans.
what Tim Allen's been saying about it.
Yeah, everybody check out what Tim Allen has to say about the Nephilim.
But I've told you
know?
about the Native Americans with the red-headed giants, right, Sam?
With the same evil.
Yes.
It was out west.
Yes.
They the Native Americans talked about how they would deal with these red-headed giants for like years, and they finally captured them in a cave. They tricked them going in there, and they smoked out the cave and killed all of them.
Whoa.
Cool.
And everyone's like, yeah, okay. Well, then they say they found skeletons there that are just ginormous with like red hair.
Oh my god! What is that nutsack creature?
Holy fuck!
It's
Oh,
Babadi.
Jesus!
There's Deborah, Sam.
Deborah?
Yeah.
He's
I do love
next to
Deborah,
a
he's
walnut.